Moving on now, and when it comes to entertainment for the wedding reception, lots of people just plump for the usual DJ and the flashing lights, or maybe a band. But how
I think I met her in the lobby of some beautiful hotel where beats were movable. She seemed something unusual, no politics, just musical. Like who is you so viewable? She kept it 1, 2 zeros, like yes. Finally someone hit refresh. Boule, 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 boule. Are you model of the kingdom that you toppled in your novel?
Throughout his career, Lapin has faced many obstacles which have impacted his work harder each step of the way. It seems his illusion is becoming a reality. When he is not at work, he is either kite surfing, running and cycling, keeping himself active at all times. Here you will be introduced into features of his life you had not yet known.
You can see they're all facing one way, except that one. There's only one card facing the wrong way. If that was the 7 of diamonds.
You're just a transparent person, Sally.
Yeah, no,
You broadcast your thoughts. That was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely
That
brilliant.
was brilliant.
This is a magic club that Roger Lapin participates in every week. The club has enabled him to learn and build strong relationships with other magicians. This is the time for him to relax, have a laugh and enjoy the atmosphere. With other magicians, a magic club is any group of local magicians who meet together on a regular basis.
You know that is you know that is an important person. Actually, it's a Gucci post, not a
Cards are on your website is a fantastic sort of guarantee that they are booking a professional magician. So yeah, it's a really good stepping stone for any magician to do.
How much time and effort did it take to become a professional magician?
So I've been performing magic my entire life, but I've only turned professional sort of when in my mid-30s. So I've been doing it all my life, but if you want to start from scratch and become a magician, I would say a couple of years just to get yourself into just being able to perform enough tricks well. But most magicians normally start from childhood and just continue all the way through.
How hard is it to get in the magic circle?
If you're a magician and you're quite competent, it's quite a straightforward process. You need to go through an interview, so the magic circle have to interview you for half an hour and question you on your magic knowledge. You also have to do an audition where you perform 15 minutes in front of a group of judges who have to mark you, and you have to prove that you can deliver a professional performance, and you're judged on appearance and capability, and you also need to have 2 other members of the magic circle to referee you in. So it's not a hard process, but mainly just for people in the magic community to do.
What inspired you to become a magician?
I think it's just something that's in you. I've always been a bit of a trickster and just like playing tricks on people, and then magic just evolves from there.
It is often debated among Christians whether or not Christians should be able to perform magic. Christian views on magic vary widely among denominations and among individuals. Conversely, some branches of esoteric Christianity actively engage in magical practices.
So I'm Debbie, Roger's wife, and I'm a nurse. Used to work in accident and emergency, but now I'm a flight nurse, so on planes bringing patients back when they've been taken ill overseas. My link to Sierra Leone is I go out there as a volunteer nurse to deliver health messages, health education, and to also treat diseases and various things that we come across out in Sierra Leone.
Okay, so I am a Christian and we are here in my church, and there is a bit of a stigma about magicians and being Christian and performing to Christians, as some Christians believe that you shouldn't do magic because you are deceiving people. Now this is quite the literally word of the Bible that says thou shalt not deceive. Most people who watch magic and watch magicians understand that what we're doing is fun, and it's just they are being deceived, but yes, they understand that and it's not any problem at all. In the Bible also, magicians were also seen as tapping into the evil spirits and trying to pull evil powers in, and they were trying to pretend they had powers they didn't have by performing magic tricks, and that was also seen as a bad thing. But as we can see, we're in church, I do magic here, the whole congregation's fine. It's just a few people that don't like the idea of it. But on the whole, being a magician and a Christian is a great thing. I can break down barriers. I perform magic in the New Forest church tent a few times. And when we go to Sierra Leone, it's also a fantastic icebreaker. You can just speak to people and just do a trick without having any language. They don't understand me, but they can see the trick, and it is a really fantastic icebreaker. How's that?
Okay, so this board is just showing some of the work that we're involved with out in Sierra Leone, and one of our primary goals is to bring clean water to quite a few villages. I'm going out in April with a team of 10, and we're going to be, I think it's about 10 villages that we're going to be either replacing wells or starting from scratch. So at the moment, in the villages where they don't have any wells, they are now in the process of digging them, so that when we get there, they'll already be concreted around the edges and they'll be ready to go. Because villages out in Sierra Leone, especially where we go, very, very poor. It's one of the poorest countries in the world, and certain diseases are endemic, things like cholera, typhoid, these waterborne diseases, and lots of children die every year, and people with immune problems, older people, if they live till an older age, are hit very badly by this sort of thing. So that's going to be our main goal. As a nurse, my job, with another nurse who's coming out, is to give health education about the reason why you need to use the well water and not the water hole or the river. Because if people have been doing that for a long time, they can't see the reason why I've suddenly got to start using a well. They don't understand that diseases can be spread in water. And so we've got to spend a lot of time teaching about, using a well, hand washing, various things like that, and it takes a long time to get the message across, but yeah, hopefully it will make a big difference. Eden, so just to talk through what you and me are going to be doing out there as a team. When we first get to Sierra Leone, I think it'd be really good if we can visit some of the villages, because it's your first time there, and you're going to need a bit of time to acclimatise because it is so hot and humid. So rather than go straight into doing everything, I think we'll just take our time, maybe for a day, and just get used to the humidity. And then how do you feel about meeting some of the girls out there, more sort of around your age group, 13, 14, 15, and talking to them about health issues? How do you feel about that?
Quite strange, because for me it's completely different to them, because here we've got all like the health and the going to everyone, but out there they can't, because they're like motivation, to like that's wrong, they can't do anything, that's why we have to
Yeah, and you feel comfortable, because I won't be with you all the time, so you feel comfortable in sitting with Bev, who's coming out, who's been there a few times, just to sit and talk to the girls and try and answer questions, because it will be different, won't it, to talking to girls over here. And also the really important part, which is helping them learn how to make their own reusable sanitary pads. You've seen those, and you've already made some, haven't you, at that craft morning we went to. What do you think about all that?
Well, I just think it's because it's just amazing that you can do that out there, and that they will be able to have like something you had, but not feel ashamed of it. Cause it's a bit easier when you've got something like that, and it's irrewashable. You don't have to throw it away. There's not much waste, and it's really fun.
Yeah, so it's going to be life changing, isn't it, for girls and women as well, but especially girls. That, I mean, can you imagine not being able to go to school because you haven't got a sanitary pad? You just can't contemplate that, can you? Now I know that does happen with young girls over here as well, but not to the extent it happens over there, because it's just about everybody in the villages, isn't it? As I've told you.
At school, if it was like that.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't go. I know you're homeschooled, but if you were at school and you didn't have anything, you wouldn't want to go to school, would you? And not every girl goes to school, I understand that out there, but it's a big thing. And what I really like is the fact that we teach somebody and then they can teach somebody else, can't they? Do you know what they're using at the moment for sanitary pads?
Is it like plastic bags or a leaf or something?
Banana leaves, and their mother's wraps that they wear. They just rip strips off and just use that. So not nice at all, is it, for them? So are you looking forward to it?
Yes.
Yeah?
A bit nervous next time I've been before.
What's she done for 3 weeks?
Well, yeah, you're not coming with me. Yes, I'm going to miss you.
You're going to miss your phone.
I'll bring it with me.
But you can't just phone people, can you?
Well, you never get a SIM.
Oh, for goodness sake, Eden. No, there's no internet or anything out there. Will you cope?
Yes.
You sure?
No.
No.
But you got this too. So magic to me is something that I can just go to my friends and show them this amazing trick and they'll be amazed, and I can go anywhere with it. It's like the first time I kind of learned magic was my dad showed me this trick called the rubber band trick, and I've been practicing it for literally my whole life. And when I finally got it, it was just like, oh my goodness, I can do this. I'm in the young magic circle, so I get lots of opportunities to go and see quite famous magicians who can teach you a lot about magic, and I learned a lot about just what to do and how to use it. And I met Dynamo, and that was just amazing to be able to meet someone who can do these amazing tricks. And also Penn and Teller, so I met Teller, and we got to ask a question to him, and I asked, have you got any tips to be a girl for a magician? And he said, you just got to go for it, and it is hard because you're a female and there aren't many females who are magicians, so you just got to just be yourself and just go for it. And he wrote me a note saying, to Eden, the future of magic, which meant really a lot to me. So,
can you do that trick?
Yeah.
What's that?
okay, so this is the trick. So I've got 2 rubber bands here. It won't come off this way, it won't come off this way, and it won't come off this way. But if I just put it in the middle and give it a quick blow, it comes off.
You can do that one. Stick it back together again. Just, 1, 2, 3.
No.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, suivez-moi.
Okay. So another few random facts about me. I am a mad fan of coconut mushrooms, and my other crazy skill is that I can play the William Tell Overture on my teeth, and that sounds like this. There you go.